starting goalie for tonight?
Aaron. Aaron will go in.
Tuck and Kyle a go.
Both go. Hag back in as well. So 4 additions into the lineup.
Who's out?
Butcher is out and Murray is out up front.
Okay. When it comes to Kyle and Alex specifically, how do you really integrate them in the lineup? Do you monitor the minutes tonight since they haven't had as much practice time? How do you find that balance there?
Yeah, we'll have to monitor the minutes. Actually, as opposed to monitoring the minutes, we're going to watch them and see how they're feeling. And you can see just by their posture whether they have the strength and stamina to continue. So we'll gauge it through the game. Both are obviously excited to get back in there after a lot of sitting around, and they've been on the ice for 4 days now. So it's exciting to have them back in. They're both big parts. Obviously, they're both power play guys that will jump right on the first power play unit to show you the significance of them in the lineup and players like them.
How much does the talent on Nashville's blue line drive their success?
They are an extremely aggressive team, and that group of defensemen is extremely confident. The forwards are aggressive. It even force a lot of turnovers and gives the defensemen even a lot more time. But they're good, led by Yossi, who is having an unbelievable year. But a very talented group.
How do you guys approach them? How aggressive they are?
This building is it's a fun building. It's a loud building, incredible atmosphere. They much like Boston try to run you out of the building and set the tone in the first 10 minutes, and physically just simple, straightforward, pucks deep, physical play, and then simplify pucks to the net as quick as they can. And so you've got to win the inside battles. I mean, they're going to be in board battles and battles along the wall, but you think that but it's getting from the wall or owning the middle of the ice, in the middle of the rink, in the front of the net. I mean, those are the real important areas to win. And we're going to be tested going back for pucks and have to be organized and support well. But absolutely winning the battle in the middle of the rink is key.
Do you have an update on how Peyton Krebs is doing since he's been a little longer than those other guys?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. We had been hoping the last 4 days now that he would test out, based on how he's feeling, but it hasn't happened. And it's one of those unpredictable things. So he's doing what he can. Obviously, he has to stay isolated because he hasn't tested out to keep himself in condition. But the longer he's out, the longer it's going to take him to get back into condition, and that's the frustrating thing for all of us. No more frustrating than for him. But he's feeling good. When he does get cleared, he's ready to jump on the ice immediately and push it hard.
We've spoken a lot about Darlene's evolution and his role playing against top opponents, top lines. How has Yoki already done in your mind, with that learning process?
Yeah, Yoki is. I continue when I talk about Dolls and how well he's doing. My reflex is to mention then Yoki, because he's been right there with him. He's a different style of defenseman. He's a different style of player than Dolls, but he is progressing, every bit as much within his skill set. So he's been more physical, quicker to close defensively. Stronger on a stick. He's dictating more. He's influencing more. And those two as a pair have gotten prime minutes. So, a month ago we had, different guys playing against top players in key situations, simple things like defensive zone faceoffs. We use those guys for offensive zone faceoffs. Now they're playing so well two-way, both ways, that they've kind of won out that responsibility of D-zone faceoffs. And that doesn't happen with just Dolls. Those two as a pair have really been good, and it's going to be a big challenge again for all of them tonight in that regard.
When it comes to Henry, it seems like his tendency is to be more conservative. So do you guys push him to be aggressive when the opening is there?
We do. We do, and we're going to continue to push him through his career. It's just he's a little bit more conservative by nature, and we factor that in and feel we need to keep nudging him as coaches to push even more. And it's helped him. He responds to that. He enjoys that. He embraces that. But yeah, he's a lot of the reason he was able to play in the league at a very young age is because he's conservative. He's not exposing himself, and where there's more in there of him, and we're pushing him for that.
Coach, sorry about the buzzer beater there. Zach, Trainwreck Sports. You guys, haven't had the opportunity to play every other night in just about a month. So I know we talked about that before in late December. How excited are you about this stretch of, 6 games and 10 nights as an opportunity for this team to really develop some consistency?
Probably the biggest thing I get excited about is getting guys returning. Tonight we have Hag returning, Poso, Tuck returning. Soon we hope to have Krebs returning. So that's the excitement for me, is getting these guys. The team was excited to have these guys on the ice today, but it goes hand in hand. You're always excited for games and always look forward to games. You can't look too far ahead, Zach. So tonight we're excited to have those, welcome those guys back in the lineup. It's always fun to get on the road and get in a building and atmosphere like this. You have, you're in the midst of 18,000 people, and you're the only 22 that care about each other. Everybody else wants the opposite to happen. So it's fun environments to get on the road, to travel together. And then obviously these guys are hockey players. So yes, it is fun to play lots of games.